Every summer since 1973, bicyclists have spent a week riding across the state of Iowa in the oldest, largest, and longest touring bicycle ride in the world. Sponsored by the Des Moines Register, the Register's annual Great Bike Ride Across Iowa began as a friendly challenge between two of its columnists, Donald Call and John Karras, who each planned to write columns about their trip. About 300 riders showed up to ride along with them that first year, which they both thought would be a one-time event. But enthusiastic participants lobbied the Register to make it an annual event. And as co-founder Donald Call says, somehow it became the Olympic Games of the Ding-a-ling bicycle set. Today, more than 10,000 cyclists enjoy the rolling party that is RAGBRAI.
I love the positive atmosphere.
And enjoy 8 days of warm, enthusiastic hospitality by the residents of Iowa's towns and cities.
Welcome to Red Oak. Hey, glad to have you.
RAGBRAI begins at Iowa's western border, which is formed by the Missouri River and its tributaries. According to RAGBRAI tradition, cyclists start day one by dipping their back tires in the river.
We're doing this to maintain tradition. That's the name of the game, tradition.
They then ride about 450 miles to reach Iowa's eastern border and end their journey by dipping their front tires in the Mississippi River. Many riders form teams with names and slogans they emblazon on their jerseys and support vehicles.
Yeah, we're Team Flamingo.
The sillier, the better.
I wore the banana suit one year, and when people laughed at it, I felt better when they were laughing because I couldn't keep up with anybody.
What inspires and compels these cyclists to cover as much as 100 miles a day? Enduring heat,
It's pretty bad out.
humidity, headwinds, and hills.
It was hard work, but it was so worth it.
There were a bunch of people cheering and that helped.
Aside from the exuberant carnival atmosphere, the simple answer is the genuine hospitality of the people of Iowa.
And they're so happy and so friendly and welcoming, and yeah, it just makes the ride worth it when you get in and see that.
Welcome to Clear Lake. Thanks for coming.
From small town to big city, residents turn out in force to greet the cyclists,
You made it. Good job. Good job.
eager to demonstrate their unique Midwestern cheerfulness and charm.
Just visiting with the people is
Have a safe trip.
fun. Have a good day.
Little kids line the road into town and high-five the cyclists as they arrive.
We're almost there.
Cyclists from big cities get to meet the farmers who grow their food, and maybe even get to kiss a pig.
You gotta kiss him.
A big part of the appeal of RAGBRAI is that no day or year on the ride will ever be the same as the one before it.
Every ride is different. It's what you make of it, basically.
Each community, whether a pass-through town or overnight stop, has its own distinct flavor, food, and entertainment.
We've been through Dutch towns and Czech towns and windmills and all kinds of culture here that we didn't know was in Iowa. It's beautiful.
Food is an essential part of the RAGBRAI experience and is provided by longtime vendors and local proprietors.
Iowa raised pork.
From Mr. Pork Chop with his signature holler
Pork chop!
to church ladies serving up delicious casseroles and pies.
I think this is all about the pie.
Tomorrow will be pie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And from kids' lemonade stands to the beer garden in overnight towns, cyclists can find plenty of food and drink to fuel their journey.
The pie was great. The pork chops were great. Everything was great.
The food provides the fuel, but people are the relish.
Great week, great people. It's a wonderful event.
The ride brings out the individual characters of each small town.
You'll never know what you're going to see out here.
Overall, RAGBRAI riders travel through 30 or more pass-through towns.
You get into the small towns of Iowa. That's what makes it really worthwhile.
People are wonderful. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous. It's why I come back here every year.
And some riders go off-route to explore.
We were riding on the side of the road, and all of a sudden we see this huge thing, and I just go, we have to stop and see this thing.
The overnight towns provide additional opportunities to enjoy Iowa's hospitality.
They have food for us. They have water for us. They have squirt us off with fire hoses.
Banners welcome cyclists to town.
I'm a city girl, and it's just been a joy. So thanks for the great welcome.
People wave from their porches and leave their sprinklers on for riders to cool off on hot days.
Oh, yeah!
They welcome people to camp in parks, on church lawns, and in their yards.
This farmer came out and just welcomed 300 bicyclists into his yard and into his barn.
And shower at the high school or swimming pool or their homes.
We're on RAGBRAI's map where the water dropped.
Cold water!
A big surprise for many first-time riders is that Iowa is not flat.
It's a hell of a hill.
River bluffs and valleys formed by the Sioux, Raccoon, Wapsipinicon, and Cedar Rivers, among others, create a gently rolling landscape, along with some challenging hills.
Brutal, but I wasn't going to stop.
That was the hardest thing I think I've ever done.
But the hill climb is worth it for the view at the top.
Congratulations, you made it!
And while Iowa weather can be extreme, at least it's never boring.
Did not plan for the rain.
Overcoming hills and weather challenges provides a real sense of accomplishment and relief when riders roll into town at the end of the day.
A lot of help getting up and down the hills. It was a hard year, and people talking to each other through it. It was good. Lots of friends.
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work.
This is a great way to get to see a state.
RAGBRAI participants not only discover reserves of strength and endurance and their capacity for fun, they discover the splendor of Iowa and its people.
Everyone's just been so wonderful. The host towns have been wonderful. I've been meeting great people. It's been really great.
It's fun just to meet people along the road and ride and talk. You meet all kinds of people out here, and it's a blast.
It's about the people. We had a really good time. We love Iowa. Rock on, Iowa. Thank you for everything.
Cycling across the state with your team and thousands of other riders fosters a wonderful camaraderie that is without parallel.
When you're riding your bike, you forget about everything else, all the stress of the world out there. You're so focused on where your next meal is coming from, where you're going to sleep tonight, where you're going to get a shower, that all the little stuff that you worry about in everyday life just goes away.
Lifelong friends are made, communities are energized, and riders know they get to do it all over again next summer.
It's not a race, it's a ride.
RAGBRAI, 8 days of Iowa pride.
It's Iowa. That's why you do it.
Seriously, it doesn't get any better than that.